Hey, everybody, welcome to day 286 of Reseller Reflections, a day in the life of a full-time reseller supporting her family. It is Friday, March 21st, 2025. And sales today, another abysmal day of sales. But I have other things that I need to work on, so I'm just going to consider it a little gift of very light shipping. There were a couple things going out, so I don't know. It may be paying for the technical issue I had 2 weeks ago leading up to my trip. So, yeah, it kind of did impact things. I don't know if this is the after effect of it or it is just the world of online reselling and it's just on one of those little dips. I don't know. And the truth is, I will never know. All I can do is persevere through it because if there's one thing I've learned doing this all these years is you can't really get worked up about the dips because it always comes back. It is so tempting when you're in those dips and you're just go down a rabbit hole of like, what can I do differently? Should I change my business model? Should I, blah, 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 and on and on and on. But I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to stick with my 12-week year tactics. We will be starting a new 12-week year and celebrating New Year's. So we will end our 12-week year around the 1st of April. If you are interested in joining our new 12-week year, which starts on April 7th, I will put the information in the show notes here. Go ahead, join us. It is an intensive reseller program. It has been very beneficial to everybody that has been participating, and I'm looking forward to sharing this journey in the new year, starting April 7th with some new resellers as well as some that have done it for the previous 12 weeks. So, all right, sales, yuck, 12-week year, yay. I am halfway to my listing goal for the week, which it's Friday, so that's a little concerning. I just hit halfway. So I am looking for some bangers. Like I got to find some high-end stuff here to list. That's what I was doing today. But now I think I've gone through all of that and I just need to list all the little stuff I have, the $20 kind of stuff, which is fine. That's bread and butter. It sells. But since I have a monetary listing goal, it takes a little bit longer to get there. But I'm going to do my best Saturday and Sunday to make that happen. We'll see. All right. So yesterday I talked about the podcast. It was the Jay Shetty podcast on purpose. And he did an interview with Hannah Berner. She's a comedian. And it's on signs. It's time to quit and how to find your true passion. We talked about that yesterday and that we are not for everyone. Today, there was something at the end of this episode that I really picked up on and identified with, mostly because I've heard it before and I've heard it many times before, mostly in the slight edge. I'm sure you guys have heard this before. I like the way she kind of described it. It is about doing the things that other people are not willing to do, the drudgery, the tactics, the day-to-day things that aren't so exciting. And that's what gets us to success. And there's a great Michael Phelps quote. If you want to be the best, you have to do things that other people aren't willing to do. And that's okay. I don't like the comparison aspect of that. I think it's a really good quote. And I think it is very true. Like what separates, success from not success? It's those day in, day out practices, those day in, day out listings, even when your sales stink. All of those little things add up to success. And yes, they're boring. Yes, they're fairly easy to do, easy not to do. So Jill, drink because that's total slight edge. Yeah. So think about that. Like when you're kind of getting bored or, stuck in a rut and just do those little things. Do those little boring things that are sometimes hard to do because, we do them every day. But don't give up. Don't give up. It's those things that lead us to success. And at the end of that podcast episode, I think she does a really good job of describing that and talking about her journey with that process, which I'm going to call the slight edge. Let's see what else. Oh, so something funny happened today. All right. So she's a comedian. And yesterday I was talking about how I love, laughter. And I think it's really important. And, that the comedian on the podcast. And it was funny. So you find what you're looking for, right? So this morning I went to the spin class I do at the gym, and one of the guys was talking about a comedy show he's organizing on Saturday to benefit a local shelter. So yeah, got tickets for that. Really excited. I don't think I would have asked if I hadn't already been like looking for that and thinking about things like that, because he had offhandedly mentioned it to somebody else and I just kind of overheard and was like, hey, what's that all about? So, funny how those things happen when we're looking for them, or we hear things that we normally wouldn't. Yeah, so that'll be kind of cool. All right. I am reset to zero, like super reset to zero, guys. Look at my background. Look, my table's even clear. The floor is even clear. I want to start making my background look a little more palatable. I know some of you hate that blue chair back there. Some of you love it. I get comments on it all the time. Feel free to weigh in on it. It was actually my great grandmother's chair. It is from the 30s, 1930s, 1940s. My dad and I love it. My mother is constantly like, that's why it's in my house and not theirs, because they would fight over it. She can't stand it. My dad loves it. I love it. And you guys are split on it. So I'm kind of curious. I did have it in my storefront. Funny story. I had it in my storefront because my mother couldn't wait to get it out of the house. So she's like, how about you put this in the store? I'm like, all right. So I put it in the storefront, but it was not for sale. And I had so many people offer to buy it. It was crazy. What I had it set outside the dressing rooms for like guys to sit on where their wives were trying stuff on, or girlfriends. So that was kind of fun. Anyway, that was a total aside, but I'm super reset to zero. Hope you are too. We had Becky weighing in this week of Becky Consigns, and she was saying that she is not only resetting her house to zero, she is dog sitting and resetting there to zero as well. So amazing, great. 2 houses at once. All right. So other than that, joining me on the Reset to Zero challenge are Jill of Rusted Truck Relics, Jason the Santee Swapper. I have to wait for the scroll. Look, I got ahead of myself. Judith R, Pam of Whimsy and Such, Becky of Becky Consigns twice, and Lee of Lee Phillips 4191, and the Diabetic Reseller. All right, guys, have a great night, and I will see you on day 287 of Reseller Reflections. Night, night.